On this episode of Nope, this can't be real. Hey, Nanny Q. I've been a nanny for the same family for a year. I love what I do and I love my family. Some things have changed, but I still didn't quit. I just want to be able to tell you what I see. 6 months ago, I had to pay the light bill for my family that I nanny for because I noticed that they kept getting notices. The people came to the house to cut the lights off while I was there, and so I paid it $827. The husband told me he was so sorry that it'll never happen again, and they made sure to Zelle me the money when I got off and told them what happened. That after that next day, they were like, "I'm so sorry, we just forgot about it." A few weeks later, the water was getting ready to get cut off, so I had to pay it then. I paid the water bill, they reimbursed me again. At this point, I felt like I was paying their bills and they were just reimbursing me like a payday loan. And I told them that I couldn't do it any longer because I used my money to pay my own bills and it was messing up the things that I had trying to go through my account. Okay. I mean, I understand. That's a red flag too. If you're a nanny, you never pay any of the bills. The family is responsible for the bills. Don't use your money to pay the bills unless y'all have an agreement. Nanny Q, the cherry on top was me dropping the kids off at school. There are two of them. Dropping the kids off at school, and the director saying that the tuition hadn't been paid and it needed to be paid. Tuition was $2,500, and there was no way I was paying that. When I got back to the house to let them know that I needed some money for the kids to go to school, I noticed that not only was Dad home with something that he's never there, but there were also four other cars in the driveway. Just for safety reasons, I left the kids in the car because I've never seen Dad at home this early. I walked in the house, Nanny Q. I walked in the house, Nanny Q, thinking that maybe they were having another Bible study night because Dad is a pastor and Dad is co-pastor and Mom is the pastor of a church. I walked into them filming a Mom was laid on her back. There were three men standing over her with their out. There was a guy laying under Mom, whispering in her ear, and there was another guy on top of her, standing up. Dad was in the corner. Dad was in the corner filming, saying, "I need you to move your hand. I need you to put your hand on his balls and his balls, honey. This has to work. Action." I walked I walked back out the door and then I knocked. No one said anything. I knocked again, but this time a little harder. And Dad said, "We have all the actors that we need today. We're filming." And I said, "Hey, it's me." Let's say her name is Mary. "Hey, it's me, Mary. Some issues went on at the daycare." Dad jumped up and came to the door. And he said, "Where are the kids?" And I said, "Oh, they were sitting in the car. I figured that you were in here having a Bible study, and I didn't want them to interfere with you like they did last time." Dad said the Bible study was a cover up for them filming their Corn Hub videos. He also told me that the reason why the bills had been late is because they hadn't had time to film new episodes. Dad said the people at the church would never understood how he really made his money. The church really doesn't pay him that much, but they actually make their money filming Corn Hub videos. Mom does gangbang videos. Nanny Q, I had never seen anything like this before in my life. The fact that she had three huge eggplants in her face. They were longer than my forearm. They were the size of baby arms. And every man just seems to get chocolate and chocolate and chocolate. There was not a white man in sight. The husband said this is something that him and his wife had been doing for years. He suffers from erectile dysfunction because of his medicine that he takes for his he's a diabetic. So they came up with this solution to help their sex life. I told them whatever works, works, but I needed $2,500 for the kids to go to school. Dad told me that if it was okay with me, the kids could go back to my house until they stop filming for the day. After that nanny cue, we came up with a plan. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays were the days that they filmed. And since the kids were going to be out of school for a week until they came up with the money, me and the kids did activities at my house or at the park or wherever, just not at the house. When things got back to normal, we all sat down and had a great conversation. I understood where they were coming from, and I told them I would never tell anybody at the church that this is what they did in their free time. Dad told me I'll be very surprised to know that a lot of the members also do the same thing. They always laugh and talk about it when they have their quote unquote Bible study nights at the house. They call it Bible study because they're actually studying the body's Bible. They're trying to find out what makes a person scream, moan, how to make women squirt, and how to milk a man. I told them that information was personal and I didn't want to know anything else about it. As long as we had a great relationship and I got my paycheck on time, I didn't care what they did when I'm not at work. So far, everything has been going good. I hadn't had to pay any more bills, but I just wanted to get that out, Nanny Q. I have a client that actually does Corn Hub, and I'm so happy I can finally tell somebody. Have a great day, y'all.